We're all set.
We're all set?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want to take the roll call then, Josh?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Crown Point Historic Preservation Commission meeting for September 22nd, 2025 to order. John, go ahead and do the roll call, please.
Rich Osterly,
Here.
John O'Block, Donna Catalano,
Here.
Jolene Bolinger, Laura Sauerman,
Here.
Jim Kendall, Paul Bremer.
Here. Okay, we do have a quorum. Approval of minutes, the August 25th, 2025 minutes was sent to you. If there's no additions or correction, a motion to approve would be in order.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, under old business, we have petition 2511, Robert Long, petitioner owner, request certificate of appropriateness for garage repair and facade work at 113 West South Street. Under new business, we had Maryland Hampshire, petitioner owner, request certificate of appropriateness for a building addition at 114 South Nickel Street. And petition 2515, Lisa Baham, petitioner, if I'm pronouncing that right, owner, request certificate of appropriateness for facade work and facade grant grading at 105 North Court Street, miscellaneous and public comment and adjournment. Anything to be added, Josh?
No, sir.
Okay, and then we have Blake on the,
Yes, we do.
we do? Okay. Welcome, Blake. Okay, we'll go into old business, petition 2511, Robert Palm, petitioner owner. Request certificate of appropriateness for garage repairs and facade work at 113 West South Street. We carried this over from our last meeting to get more details and dimensions and et cetera. So just, you there to come up to the podium and give your name and address for the record, please?
Robert Alm, 113 West South Street.
Hey, floor is all yours.
All right, the drawings were emailed into the board. Did you receive those drawings? Okay, is there any questions regarding those drawings?
I think that we've been given some more information with the blueprints that we've been provided. I'd like you to run through them and the changes that are going to be made. And it sounds like maybe some discussion as if there was an attempt at all to save the old garage.
We're saving foundation, what we can save out of it. You know, it's married next to my neighbor's garage. So we thought though aesthetically, we were going to just mirror the image of his garage, same height, same width, same everything, same wood, same color, just to make it basically just a mirror image of my neighbor's current garage. So the structure is pretty unsalvageable besides the foundation, what we can recover.
Josh, will he need a variance for that height
For the height?
of the garage?
No.
No?
No,
I was
he's
gonna
okay
say,
with
that's
that.
under the 18 of the other ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just mirroring the same one that's already
Yeah.
there.
correct. And since the foundation is pre-existing, he wouldn't need a variance for the setback either.
Yeah, because the last meeting, all we really wanted were details
Right.
to substantiate the drawing.
Blake, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Report?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Okay. I am curious about the total height. I saw in the drawing that the height didn't go up to the ridge line. on the drawings, it only went up to the second story. So I'm just curious, how tall is the building going to be all the way up to the ridge line?
I don't have information.
It looks like another 8 feet if you look at the triangle on top of the roof
I'll double check.
on page 1. Oh, that's good. Okay,
But if you look at the drawing, it's showing the top of the footing being well below the footing. So I just think the
Okay.
scale was off from where it's supposed to be located.
oh, okay, gotcha.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly what it
And,
just,
and unfortunately, that is a fairly common occurrence that we.
Oh, I see what you mean, top of roof, okay,
Yeah.
top of plate. Mhm.
It appears to mirror the height of the garage that's existing.
Existing.
Yeah.
It will have a common ridge line.
it's gonna be identical. It's gonna look like you took that, flipped it around, mirrored it exactly same roof line, same, even they have the hayloft door that's on my neighbor's. We're gonna duplicate that just to mirror it, to make it look symmetrical. So it's basically just gonna be his garage doubled. That's all we're doing. Nothing fancy.
No, it looks nice.
You still gonna use the shared driveway then, or?
Yes, we're still sharing, yes.
Blake, you got anything additional to comment on?
I mean, it's just more to the commission for food of thought, just to consider the size of two very large structures on that. I know those are big lots, but this is another garage, huge garage going in a residential area that may or may not fit with the residential scope of size and massing of traditional buildings there. It's replacing, you know, a single story garage with a 20-foot plus high garage with neighbors behind it as well, just like the last one we had the previous month. So, I mean, I appreciate that it will use the same materials and everything, and that's not the issue. The issue is it keeping with the guidelines and residential feel for the neighborhood? But that's up for the commission to decide. I do wonder about having the monolithic, huge white structure there, but that's my one concern.
You think it look better two different colors, you're saying?
I think it would look better reflecting the historic nature of the garage that's there, a single story structure.
Any additional comments from the board?
But that's just something for the commission to consider moving.
Hey Blake, it's Dave. I just got here late. Yeah, the whole,
We need you to state your full name and your address to record.
oh, Dave Jankosik, 801 Mary Ellen Drive, Crown Point, Indiana. Yeah, our whole intent was to replicate the barn from 1892. So we thought that would be more historical, more representative of the downtown area versus the two-car garage that's sitting there now. It seems to fit everything that we've done architecturally. And I think it flows, and the design, the symmetry between the two is what we really concentrated on, making the crosshatch hay door as the old carriage barns were, and we actually replicate in the window. So like in that case, we were trying to make it more representative, like I said, of the era when the home was built and the structure that's there now. What's there now just doesn't seem to fit. Looks like just a regular two-car garage.
Well, I mean, is there proof that there was a barn on the property?
I don't know.
Okay, I mean, I don't think we should say things are historic when we don't know if they are historic. So, I mean, the garage is old. It's been there for quite a while, I would assume, just judging the style. It's more of a question for the commission to consider whether they want to keep tearing down these single modestly sized garages and replacing it with rather huge suburban style structures, quite frankly, that don't really fit the residential area. So, but that's the basis of my report, and then I'll pass it back to the commission.
And again, it's not a commercial or new type, it's replicating the barn that's there, which the symmetry between the door designs, the hay hatch. I think it fits real well with the historic downtown versus a two-car garage.
I think we're looking at a balance between function, you know, for the person who lives there, and we don't know what the original structure was there. I don't think the garage was original necessarily. Do we know that? That the existing garage that was added? at some
It's
point?
interesting, because it's cinder block, you know, it's not like some of these old structures that had the stone, you know, the mortared stone, so, you know, which is turn of the century. But whether that two-car garage has been there for, you know, 40 years, 60 years, nobody knows, you know. It does have the old real 2x4 construction, which predates the 60s. So, but there again, we tried to duplicate what we had, and that's why we tried to keep a very simple design. I believe it looks good. I think it'll complement the downtown and really beautify the area.
May I ask, are you actually sharing the wall? I mean, the existing wall to the,
Currently, we share the wall,
Yeah.
correct?
It's the same.
They shared it before.
you share it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Currently,
Yeah,
because it was the same family that owned both houses.
yeah.
And so even though, I mean, the lot line goes into his drive, into his garage. I mean, everything's kind of cobbled in that situation. My sewer used to go into his sewer. So I changed that, you know, so with being a family houses, I was the first person outside of the Root family to buy this home.
Yeah.
So it was not, you know, it was two families living next to each other. So they didn't have these complaints or problems. So, the garage, you know, I wanted to build a bigger garage and living quarters, and I was kind of not allowed to do that, I've been told. So, even the depth of this garage is not super advantageous for me. I mean, it's still, I don't even know if my vehicles are gonna fit in the garage door closed, because that's the only options I'm allowed to have. So I'm not putting in a fancy garage or bathrooms or apartments above there. I'm just truly just trying to make it look somewhat presentable, unlike it looks like now it's gonna fall down and someone could die in there. So that's what I'm just trying to fix. That's it.
I never knew I shared these sewer.
Any additional questions from the commission members?
No, but we will, just for the record, Jim Kendall is now joining the meeting.
Yes, I'm gonna just mention that. Okay, if there's no additional question, a motion would be in order to either approve or disapprove. State your finding of facts, color, size, all that. Go forward.
I'd make a motion to approve petition 2511, based on the renderings and dimensions that we have been given, with mirroring the existing structure on the neighbor's property, with the same materials used as on neighbor's property. Sorry, I'm not seeing the listing.
Exterior color will be
The exterior color white. It looks like a black or dark gray roof. And the other staff comments.
the garage doors will be
White. Structures look like
It'll be white. We want to match it. I mean, it looks very odd. It's a separate color roof and separate colored doors
No.
with being a sister structure. So we're gonna make identical. We're actually gonna change his roof too. So it's, the shingles are the same age and they look appropriate on both structures across.
Wow.
And you're just gonna have the one window that's gonna face north, and then another window that's gonna face west.
Correct.
It shows on,
Mhm.
well, it's actually, it's a window. And the doorway is being added with the stairways on the west side.
on the west side.
Correct.
Mr. Jankosik, one of the things you did miss before you arrived, the question was, do you know the total height of the building?
Door height is 8%, like 16 feet height.
Okay, is anything over that would require a variance from development
Yes,
standard?
so 16.
And there isn't gonna be a man door at all on the first floor?
No, there was no intention for man door on the first floor. I don't believe so. On my renderings.
No. Left side.
It doesn't show one.
Yeah, no. So we had the the stairs ones upstairs, and then there's just the garage doors enter to the space.
That'd be a good time to say there was.
I
You can throw a man
will
door in.
second,
Okay, we have a second on this motion?
yes.
Okay, motion second by Donna. Any further discussion on the motion? John, on the roll?
Rich Osterman,
Yes,
Donna Catalano,
Yes,
Laura Solomon,
Yes.
Jim Kendall. Sure. Paul Bremer.
Yes. Okay, the motion is passed. Now we need a motion to approve the certificate of appropriateness for petition 2511.
so moved.
Right? Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion on the motion? John, call the roll again?
Rich Osterman,
Yes,
Donna Catalano,
yes.
Laura Solomon, Jim Kendall. Yes. Paul Bremer.
Yes. Okay, we're all set there.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, next item on the agenda on the new business is petition 2514, Maryland Hampshire. Petitioner owner requests certificate of appropriateness for a building addition at 114 South Nickel Street. Come to the podium and state your name and address for the record, please, and the floor is yours to tell us everything.
Marilyn Hamstra, 114 South Nichols Street, Crown Point, Indiana. I have an addition that when I worked for a contractor, we started some years ago, and he went bankrupt and then he died. And so I had pulled the permit myself, and so I worked on it as I could, but you know, financially it was a wreck with no job and everything else. And in the meantime, I've gone to work at the steel mill, and I'm in a position now where I'd like to finish it. The perimeter is up. It's a material that doesn't degrade. It's insulated concrete forms, which are already full of rebar and concrete. I just need to do, you know, the finishing work, the windows and all of that. So those are the plans you have before you. There originally was a carriage house on the property when I bought it. It had already fallen down. So it just, you know, that's been in 1998 when I bought it. We just picked it up and salvaged what wood we could to reuse for cupboards, whatever, you know. And then, so this, I came and I asked about a permit, and they said, well, there was a height limitation if you had a separate garage. So I connected it by, I guess the best use of the word would just be a breezeway. I don't know what else you call it, but I plan to have a poured concrete roof on it and use it as a roof deck. But I think the only thing that I don't have a specific on might be the lights that go on the front, which, you know, whatever carriage house lights y'all would be an approval of would be fine with me too. But, you know, the face that's to the north would be only viewable when you're coming down Grant Street and you stop at Clark. And the rest of the house, when you come down Nickel Street and you look at it, you can't really even see that there's an addition on it. It's all, I lined it up all directly right behind the original structure, which is rather massive, so it wasn't that super hard to do. The blueprints you have show the floor plans and things. It has a set of stairs that we use for the back entrance currently, which needs to be demoed and rebuilt to be an interior structure and you know, just finish it off. It's all pretty much the same finishes as the old house. The north face will have thin brick, and then the rest of it will have stucco, red stucco, the same color as the siding that's on the upper level of the house. The whole third floor is siding. There's no brick on the third floor. the roof, I would like to use a metal roof only because the shingles that I have on the main part of the house are a historical reproduction shingle. And I've had a lot of trouble with the company in the last 10 years trying to get things replaced or repaired. They only allow you to have their installers put them on. And I had some damage and it took 3.5 years for them to get there to repair it. So I'd really rather not. And because it's supposed to look like a carriage house, I thought maybe a metal roof would be, you know, appropriate. If not, I can go with the shingles. It's, you know, it doesn't make that much difference to me, but pardon me.
Metal roofs aren't permitted.
Okay, okay. I had no idea.
How long ago did you put that partial addition on?
I don't really remember. It's been a long time, but like I said, there's nothing there other than concrete rebar and foam and gravel. You know, there's a little concrete on the in the porch, which we poured at that time, but you know, the roof and that never got finished. He left me with a large pile of supplies and that was all we had at the time.
Was your building permit issued back then? Did you research it?
So it has been so long that the building department doesn't even have records going back that far. They do believe there was one, but it even predates the Historic Preservation Commission.
It does, yeah.
So the best guess, I think they came up with about 35 years, they think.
No, I haven't even owned it 35 years.
No.
No,
But
no,
other than
no,
that,
no, no.
outside of that, no, they have no records.
It's probably been about 15. When was the historical committee organized? Can you give
That one was early, probably about 2000, and that was the last one established, the east side, that was probably about 2010, maybe,
Okay, I worked,
2008.
But the last record, they are going as far back as about 35 years and they do not show a record.
They don't show a record.
Correct.
I have the 2 permits in the window. They're all sun bleached, but they're still there with a few green tags yet.
Okay.
I worked for the company that was in charge of building this with me the first time. I didn't go to work for them until I think it was about 2003. And I believe we did this somewhere around 2000. We started this somewhere around 2005 or 2008. Maybe it was closer to 2008 because that's about the time that I got laid off from there when the downturn came. And I had the permits. They came out and they even gave me things that they wanted, like they wanted me to drill into the house to put the rebar in before I poured the concrete in the insulated concrete forms, you know, all of that. They approved the plan and they came out and did all of the pre-pour approval on the foundation. I had to have a 4-foot foundation and, you know, I didn't even own the house until 1998. So it's, you know, not been 35 years. I've only owned it since 98, but I'm pretty sure the permit is somewhere between 2003 and 2008. Those would be the years that I worked for them. But then the man who originally owned the country club over Jim Hawk, he approached me and he said, hey, how about you sell me your old house and all of the houses, talk all your neighbors into selling your house so I can push them all down and build condos. And that's when I approached someone I knew that was in with the historical district. And I said, I think we need to do something. Can you help me do something to stop this? So that was when the East Side Historical District was proposed. So that's the best I can tell you. But the permit's much newer than that.
And even then, I know we've had different systems, so if something got lost in the shuffle, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary.
I remember seeing them in your window.
Yeah.
They're all sun bleached.
Yeah,
It
I
says
buy Greg's,
building
so-
permit, big as life, and there's a couple green stickers, but you
Yeah,
look at them and they made them out with black marker and it's all bleached out. So, but like I said, the material that's there, with the exception of the porch, because we've since stripped out all the window bucks and everything because, you know, they didn't weather well. And so that all has to be replaced. The back porch, the 2-level porch has to be pulled out. I mean, the whole shot, everything on the exterior, with the exception of the walls and the concrete are all, it's all been cleared away already.
So the walls are poured concrete?
Yeah. Yeah. The material on the outside basically just functions as insulation, that's all.
And what material are you planning on covering the outside with?
After a good power wash, what you do is you put a mesh on it and they start with a base coat. The north side would have thin brick, historical looking thin brick that would match the brick of the house. And then the rest of it, which is basically like the ends to the west and stuff to the back of the lot, would all be a stucco material. Yeah, exactly. And then that would get painted with the same color as the siding on the third floor. It's called Bold Brick by Sherwin-Williams. The porch area with the windows and things that go in there, I want to put the pointed metal railing across the top so it looks, you know, more time correct, and it also provides, you know, more security for having a porch deck up there. The stairwell, I would like that inside the garage, so I don't have to worry about kids or whatever else coming up the stairwell in the middle of the night to the outside of the house, you know.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to use the upstairs in the garage with a, you know, a finished area for storage and stuff like that. Just, you know, no living space, just mostly storage.
I'm a little confused by the different drawings that you could probably settle easily, but I don't know if it's the original drawing, the structure ends at the two-car garage, but we have other drawings where there appears to be an additional structure that's to the east of the two-car garage.
Oh,
And it's a significant addition to
No,
the portion that,
the drawings that are here, I'm not sure which drawing you're looking at. Okay, that is all the addition right there. The house is,
oh, so that side piece is already there.
the piece that you're looking at is only the addition. It doesn't show the original house at all, except for,
well, not the original house, but this one doesn't show the rest of the addition you're proposing. to
that's the second floor. So it shows the roof deck and then the upstairs storage area over the garage. That's the second story, I believe, what you're showing me there.
It's not identified
No.
as the second
You
floor.
wanna come-
Sure.
I'm referring to this right here.
Well, the trees are even, so
Which I didn't print
you're
out.
seeing a
Which
square.
shows you
Here
the
we're seeing a
influence or what a
square.
breezeway
two references.
This.
which is matching up to this floor plan back.
All
Oh,
right.
oh, that- the first floor has that side thing.
Yes. Yeah, it's
only one That's showing story. South or east side
Okay.
elevation with the second
Gotcha.
floor. There's the whole
Yes.
addition,
And the part you were just showing is this roof.
which
deck
makes sense.
and
There's
what's
two
up
cars
in
and
here.
one car in the breezeway.
Gotcha.
And this is the second floor. Which shows
So
the
the first place
breezeway
is the
and the
second
port
floor.
are the roof of
This,
the garage.
this would be the fifth.
And this is where they're talking about
This is
making
separate. That's the
second
first floor.
floor up.
What's that?
This is the main part of the.
in the house.
So that would be an open area.
That would be a second- That's what this is,
Right.
would be a patio.
This is
area.
ground level.
So there must be a doorway coming out of which side?
Right here.
From the
Out,
driveway.
out of the house,
This
the
side
existing
yard,
house side.
and
Right.
here,
This,
garage.
normally we get the
Correct.
first floor.
House
first.
second
Oh,
floor come out
They
of
all
the-
went in effect, so I have no control over, and this is
No.
the second floor.
So that fits over that.
Yeah.
And that's
Makes
a
sense.
one
Yeah.
story.
This is the second floor. Okay.
Yeah, that's just one story. It's
And
like a
this would
little,
be 2 stories.
basically amounts to a lawnmower garage.
No, I didn't print them out.
I put saws in there, you know, all
I
the
don't
stuff
even
you
have
want
a
in your
printer.
house.
Mine wasn't
Okay,
at 17
thank you.
died.
That
Is that
helps.
clear?
That
I
helps
know
a
when I
lot.
first came in, they said, well, so are you adding this or this to your house? I said, that's
Yeah,
not my
it
house.
was-
This is all the addition.
This was very confusing, but now it's making sense.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have what you need?
Sorry, Rich, did you?
Yeah, actually, I didn't print it all out, but Jim did.
I understand, we got it.
Yeah, we got it
They
now.
just look like they got mixed up, you know, and stapling them together.
Anything else to add at this time?
Are you doing anything to your house besides the addition?
Not right now, no.
Okay, we got a lengthy report here from Blake. Blake, I'm gonna have you, make some comments on your report.
And can you turn him up at all?
I can't really hear you guys either, just to,
Yeah, you wanna Make your-
I do like that it is out of the way. You can't see it from the street except for one view. I appreciate that. I do want to urge the petitioner to not use stucco. Or stucco-like material. EFIS is not an approvable material in the district, even if you cannot see it. I would recommend the applicant use either siding or the face brick all around the first story, just to make it consistent. Or a hardy board or some other approvable plank siding that would match the house structure.
Hardy board is
Um,
what's on the third floor currently.
Yeah, I think the EFIS or stucco is just, that's not gonna weather well and it's not approvable. And you mentioned the metal roof as well, that was cleared up, so, and those things, and if, I'm happy to help with a list of approvable sightings. Also, I think it'd be good if you could send it, an example of lighting you're wanting to put on the house and the garage door style as well. So that myself and Joshua could just approve that administratively, so we don't hold up that portion of the project.
Garage doors, I thought maybe just to use the ones that look like carriage house doors when they're down, you know, they have and the big.
Yeah, we just need an example. Not that we don't trust you, we just need to see it. I'd also mentioned vinyl windows. Those are not approvable either in the district, even if it is in an addition. So I would encourage you, I can give you a list of windows that are acceptable in the district that I could send to you. I'm happy to do that. Otherwise, those are just the major things. There's just those few little details that I think can be cleared up rather quickly, and I'm happy to help. I could even come out and to the site with you if you find that helpful.
Sure, that's fine. If you want to come on out, that would be great.
Okay.
Blake,
Josh and I will hook up after the vote, depending which way it goes, and we'll move forward from there.
There was a question about the railing.
No.
oh, I thought there was.
Is there a question about the railing from your end? Nope.
Oh, sorry. I had one more thing. That you mentioned on the windows, you're going to have limestone accents to mimic the house. Are you using actual limestone sills?
No,
Or
no, no.
Okay.
It would be, you know, the same as a thin brick. You know,
Oh.
something that, you know, like a face stone or whatever, but no, the sills. No, I
Okay.
wasn't planning on putting the whole entire big sills in.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to confirm. Thank you.
Good. Any more questions?
Any more comments on that, Blake, then?
Nope.
Any further comment from the board?
Much better explanation.
If not, a motion would be in order, emphasizing the material that would be allowed and not allowed. Make sure that's put in the motion.
I'd like to make a motion for 2514, 114 South Nickel Street Building Addition. No, be lengthy, somebody can jump in and help me.
All right.
The addition, there's an existing structure that has started and evidently was permitted at the time, but was never completed, and now they're going to complete the structure. Start with windows in the structure are not to be vinyl. Possibilities will be given to the owner by Blake. The north side of the building will have a face brick matching the existing brick of the existing building. The south and west sides will have a siding of some kind. Again, options to be presented by Blake. The railing on the top area, which will be a second floor patio, will be what? What is that going to be made out of?
Probably aluminum,
And what color?
black.
A black aluminum railing. Window sills to match the same design as the existing building. again, will be a brick veneer of some kind. Light fixtures, samples will be given to Blake for review. And the garage doors, tentatively a carriage type of door, looking door. Again, sample will be provided to Blake for final approval.
And you specified shingles.
Roofing shingle will be an asphalt shingle, colors to be approved by Blake.
Is it okay if it just matches what's already on the house?
Yes, that'll be
Okay.
fine.
Okay, it's kind of a shadow blackish gray charcoal thing. It's not a
Okay.
solid plain black, but it's got some shading to it, you know.
Okay.
That should
Yeah,
be
it's the
okay.
big diamond shaped ones that have the little bow ties in between.
Well, I think you got everything covered.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Motion is made. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Second? Any further discussion on the motion? Josh, call the roll.
Rich Osterman,
Yes.
Donna Catalano,
Yes.
Laura Sellerman,
Yes.
Jim Kendall,
Yes.
Paul Bremer.
Yes. Now we need a motion to approve the certificate of appropriate for petition 2514.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any further discussion on this motion? Josh, call the roll again.
Rich Osterman.
Yes.
Donna Catalano,
Yes.
Laura Sellerman,
Yes.
Jim Kendall,
Yes.
Paul Bremer.
Yes. Okay, Marilyn, just get with Blake and Josh and get you all those colors.
Thank you
and
all
material finalized,
so
okay?
very much.
Okay.
We'll be
Yeah.
excited to see
Yeah,
it.
that is done.
So are we.
Nobody be more excited than me.
Me too.
And this guy too, he's trying to see if I can eat over in his office. I'm like, John, you busy? Don't talk to me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next item on the agenda, petition 2515. Alisa Baham, petitioner owner, request certificate of appropriateness for facade work and facade grant grading, which we'll do after this application for 105 North Horse Street. Step forward and give your name and address for the record, please.
Alyssa Bowen, 105 North Court Street.
And the floor is yours.
All righty. Okay, so I'm here to talk about our south wall of our building. First of all, my name is Alyssa Bowen. My husband and I own the gym and the building. New business owners, second year into it. So if I don't say all the right things, just ask me questions. So the south wall of our building during one of the crazy windstorms ripped the whole coping off the top of the cap of the wall, the south wall, and exposed just a lot of deterioration of the brick, allowed water to come into the gym. So we called around roofing companies and found the quickest one that can come do like an immediate covering, just so we stop the water, stop the problem from, progressing. And then after that initial repair was done, then we got into, looked into the grant and looked into everything we had to do for that. Got the 3 quotes. We started the process probably 2 weeks ago now. They started working. We went with RCO Masonry. I believe it's a Crown Point business as well. And they started it. And it looks really amazing. They repaired first the 120 feet of the brick wall and then 12 feet wide, or 12 inches wide, I believe. They're replacing the coping, getting rid of the aluminum look, and went with a clay tile. It looks really, really nice. And the new brick looks really well with the old brick, and they tuck pointed it, and it looks real nice. We probably have 2 weeks left to go because the wall is so long. So they have to move the scaffolding and then kind of start back on the next portion. And that's kind of where we are. They're doing the water sealing, the tuck pointing, the coping, clay tile, And then as well as 960 square feet of new brick.
So when the walls, when it's all finished, it's basically gonna be the same height, same matching materials, that clay cap, or clay tile cap.
Yeah.
Any roofing issues?
No. They're connecting it with the top of the dome. That's a different material and it's gonna go underneath where the clay tile is, so.
So much of what you're going to do is repair and get it back to its original intent.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw how your temporary repair is very visual, and you know, I understand.
Yeah.
You do what you have to do.
Yeah, it was,
Keep the water out.
that's right, yeah. And we were so nervous because that side of the building's now exposed because that demolished the other building. So every day I would just like pray that the ropes were still tied, because if one rope comes down, the 2x4 at the top is loose, and it was very scary. But we got through it, and now it's done. I know.
Any
I
additional
understand.
questions from the
No, I
board?
really don't.
No.
Blake, you wanna make any comments on your report?
No, it seems pretty straightforward. I would just urge the petitioner to make sure the brick and the mortar match as closely as possible to the brick that's there, so you don't end up with mortar that looks like Elmer's glue and bright red brick.
It looks really
so,
nice. Yeah,
but
they
it
have
sounds
about-
like the project is already well underway, so it might be a moot point.
Just to add to what the owner and petitioner is stating, as she said, she did have water coming in. A lot of this was emergency repair. She has actually been working with the city, reached out to try to get on redevelopment committee regarding a facade grant to help pay for some of these repairs. Unbeknownst to her, until after she applied, the previous owner had already received a facade grant. So what she's actually looking to do now is get this graded, because the previous owner did not use all $25,000 of the facade grant. There's still just over 4,000 left that they did not claim. I think it's offhand 4,000.
windows, but they need.
Yes, that is exactly correct. So I believe it's like $4,122.50 is what's remaining that they did not claim on that previous grant. In working with staff, everything we've asked for to move forward through the process, I think she's gotten to us within 48 hours every time. It's actually been very nice. But she is looking to get this approved, go through the grading process, and then she would be in front of the RDC on October 6th.
Yeah, we'll do your grading after, act on this petition.
Josh, let me ask you a question before you go any further. Originally, that was a single building, or a single owner, we'll say, at that address. It's no longer, the building at that address is no longer a single owner now, is it? Is there a front and a back to it, ownership wise?
No, we own the whole.
You own the whole.
You own from Court Street all the way
West
to
Street.
West Street.
And
Then it's the same, then it would be the same grant.
exactly. And then I know you had reached out about some obligation you had to go get.
Oh,
your
no, I'm
kids.
good.
Okay, I
Husband-
was
husband's
saying, if you
there,
don't have
yeah.
time to stick around for the grading, you
I'm
don't
okay.
have to. You
Thank
have to
you.
leave.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any additional comments from the
No,
board?
I'm trying to get her more money.
Yeah, if somebody else owned the front, you own the back.
Yeah, because the grant we gave was for the front of the building.
Yeah, doesn't your husband own the front, you own the back?
Yeah, something like that.
I just put all of you through ethics training.
Ah, ah,
All right, if there's no additional question, a motion would be in order and state the findings of facts.
Make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second that.
Second that, okay. Then move in second it. Any further discussion on the motion? John, call the roll, please.
Rich Osterly,
Yes.
Donna Catalano,
Yes.
Laura Sauerman,
Yes.
Jim Kendall,
Yes.
Paul Bremer.
Yes. Okay, now we need a motion to approve the certificate of appropriateness for the facade work at petition 2515.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Second, any further discussion on the motion? Josh, call the roll again?
Rich Osterly,
Yes.
Donna Catalano,
Yes.
Laura Sauerman,
Yes.
Jim Kendall,
Yes.
Paul Bremer.
Yes. Okay, you're all set. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you, appreciate it.
And we'll go ahead then and do the grading on this petition. You all have that in front of you. On the courthouse square, it's just slightly off of the courthouse square, so it's not on the courthouse square, so on a corner or interior of block. This be on the interior block, so 5 is maximum here you can give. I would recommend the maximum.
I agree.
So it would be 5 there. That agreement with everyone? Okay. Extent of rehabilitation work, exterior completely covered with inappropriate material, exterior partly or completely covered with inappropriate material. The applicant proposes to restore basically unchanged interior, window door. She's doing repair. So I would say C would probably be in order. I would say like give her 15.
Yep.
Give her the maximum. Okay, 15. Impact of project on downtown Crown Point, 25 point maximum. You can add point for overall impact of the project on the downtown. Consider virtual impact and significant the building project, complete a block, consider economic impact. I'm thinking it's mostly
Visual.
repairs, so maybe we could give her a maximum 15. What's the feeling of the board?
Well, if it doesn't get fixed, the
Yeah.
building eventually falls
Yeah,
down.
yeah, I'm with 15.
You wanna keep
Yeah.
the building.
You wanna do 15 or 20
Overall?
overall?
Oh, overall, I'd rather do 20.
Okay. All right, then we'll do, how about a 10 and a 10? That'll be an overall 20 then.
Okay.
So 10 on the first line and 10 on the second, for overall 20. Additional investment, add point for additional work to be completed but not funded by this grant. It basically is going to be a repair. You got to 15 points. What's your pleasure on that?
Well, she's only gonna get 4,000 and then
Right.
she's spending 32.
Right,
So I would give her as much as.
Give her the 15.
give
Yeah.
it 15, I would say. Okay, current proposed use, not be residential space, commercial space, it currently is occupied. It will remain occupied, so I would say 5 there.
Yep.
Mhm.
And, it's not occupied, so we can't do anything there. So we got 60. Everyone? All right, so we'll give her 60 points, and then Josh will present this to the redevelopment commission, so we can give her that additional balance of that Monday, so she can get any of it.
Yeah, she should.
So that's what we recommend
Mhm.
to the redevelopment. Josh will get with you on that. Okay, thank you.
That's it. Yeah, just a reminder, exact same room at 5:30 on October 6th.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to the miscellaneous and public comment. We'll go ahead and do the public comments, get that out of the way. Anybody out there in the audience want to make a statement, comment, just get up and state your name and address for the record, please. And it's now open, the floor is open. Going once. Twice. And we'll close the public portion of the meeting. Is there anybody on Facebook, anyone make comments?
There is not.
There is not, okay. All right, we'll go back to then, Blake, there was anything you wanna discuss or bring up?
No, not today.
Okay. Josh,
Yes, sir.
Ben,
Nothing.
okay, anybody on the board? Okay, there's nothing further then, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
I so move.
There a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.